There's no such thing as a small disaster. So when you call 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota, we come prepared to restore your life back to normal. From burst pipes to unexpected mold discoveries or fire damage, when things couldn't be worse, we come to you with our best. With empathy, local expertise, and a truck full of seriously powerful equipment. 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota. Restoring what matters most. 701-670-2022. There's no such thing as a small disaster. So when you call 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of
Okay, hopefully you can hear me now. Thank you, Summer Schnellbach, for letting me know that we've got no audio, or had no audio just a moment ago. So let's come back. So again, just wanted to talk about the fact that we are looking at conditions that are going to be on the active side the next couple of days. Today, we've been talking about the warmer weather. There's some wind with it too. And then tomorrow, cold in the wake of a cold front moving through. And then as we head into the Thursday and Friday timeframe for short weather days, we have first alert weather days for the potential for some snow and wind coming our way. So we're going to start things over again so we can get all that info to you here. We're going to pull up our sky cam here, and then I'll just kind of move back on our graphics. And a reminder, since we weren't able to hear earlier when we started off this weather update, just a reminder that our Valley News Now weather update is brought to you by 1-800 Water Damage of North Dakota. Okay, so we're going to start things over again here and talk about the fact that we've got some changes on the way in the forecast. So here is a look at our view in West Fargo at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds. We have some clouds trying to drift in right now, as you see here. So looking like we've got a few clouds blocking our view of that sun as we speak. But we'll see those sweep through, and then there are more areas with some sunshine, so it just depends on where you are. And then looking again at our maps or some of our DOT cams, you can see that we've got what I can see are some tire tracks on the road surface here. There we go. You can see this is East Grand Forks Highway 2. We've got some tire tracks there indicating that there's either wet roads or maybe a little frost on the road. Temperatures are generally above freezing across most of the valley. So this is more, well, it could be some frost, but more likely a little bit of wet road conditions or a combo of the two with the ground frozen, but our temperatures a little bit warmer. We could be seeing frost right now. So looking at our road conditions map again, not a lot to show you here, just a few areas in blue. So again, we're not going to focus on this too much. You can check road conditions on the Valley News Live weather app or valleynewslive.com. So temperatures, this is one thing I really wanted to highlight, and I sat on this graphic for a while with silence if you were waiting to hear from me. Sorry about that. We're looking at some pretty warm numbers behind me, 30s to 40. Sisseton's at 44 degrees. And this is incredible because we typically see our average lows for today's date is 0 in Fargo. It's 3 below in Grand Forks. So we were nowhere near that. Temperatures, in fact, a good 30, 40 plus degrees above average for our lows this morning when we were starting off our day. Now, I went and looked at Fargo, and our highest minimum temperature, so our warmest morning low essentially that we have on record for today's date is 32 degrees from what I saw from a quick look. And we did not drop below 32 this morning. Here's the thing though, tonight we've got the colder air moving in, and so I think we will drop below that before midnight. So those records, that data is for a calendar day. So likely we will see our temperature drop below 32, but it does tell you just how warm we were this morning and continue to be as we move into the day today. So again, pulling up those numbers full screen, you can see Sisseton's at 44 degrees. It's 40 in Jamestown. It's just very, very warm. It's windy, but warm. Now, taking a look at our wind, we've got some gusts into the 30s, a 38-mile-per-hour gust in Sisseton and in Jamestown, and looking at a gust to 32 in Thief River Falls, Wadena at 30. And here's a look at our radar and satellite map, really kind of quiet, just a few clouds drifting through. And more of the cloud cover and the rain is south and west over into South Dakota. So again, that's largely going to miss us. Though as the cold front moves through tonight, we do have the potential for more spotty areas of sprinkles or even a little bit of light snow, which is more expected this time of year. So by this afternoon, you can see temperatures are warm for our highs for today, but we will see some numbers coming down through the course of the day. So again, we're pretty close to our highs right now. But once that north wind really kicks in, that's going to be some change for us. So let's take a look at our hour by hour planner. Noon hour, still very mild, gusts in the 30s to 40 miles per hour. And then you see the wind is turning more and more northerly, and we get that direct line of colder air moving into the valley. So by 4 o'clock, we're looking at temperatures starting to drop below freezing in the north. We're getting into the 20s there. And so anywhere where we've had melting, that's freezing back up. And then continuing that drop heading into the 6 o'clock hour as that colder air rushes in. In this, time frame, we could be seeing these isolated areas of light snow and blue or green, indicating that potential for a little bit of rain. And as temperatures are dropping, that is a concern that some of that may freeze up on untreated surfaces. And then by 8 o'clock, you could see we're below that 32 that I was just telling you about. We're in the 20s in Fargo. So I don't think we'll set that record here for today, but remarkably warm this morning. And that wind continuing to drive in out of the north, that could be touching off a few of these showers as the cold front works its way through. Now heading into the 11 o'clock hour, we're already seeing some temperatures in the northern valley dropping below or into the single digits, and we'll continue to watch that happen for the rest of the valley as we head into tomorrow morning. So you can see a lot of places single digits, and some of us even dropping below zero, especially northwest Minnesota along the international border, and then more single digit temperatures for a lot of places in the south. So that's a huge difference. That's a 30+ degree difference from this morning's temperatures to what we will see tomorrow morning. So be ready for that. Have that heavier coat ready to go. I doubt you put it away completely, but maybe you haven't been using it the last few days. You'll want it tomorrow. And then looking at our wind forecast, again, gusts 30s to 40 miles per hour. This continues on into this evening. It's not until we get into the overnight hours tonight that we see that wind ease up. So that's what's happening, over the next about 24 hours. Wednesday's going to be a cold day, and now we're looking ahead to Thursday and Friday. Wednesday will be relatively quiet, just cold. And then Thursday, Friday, that next clipper arrives and brings us perhaps a mix, snow accumulation, some strong winds, and some impacts to travel here. So let's take a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Initially, we're going to see a surge of warm temperatures heading into Thursday, so kind of warming right back up as this clipper moves in and approaches. And we're looking at the potential for some snow showers and the possibility for wind increasing as we head through the day on Thursday. We'll show you our winds in just a moment. This particular model showing the heavier snow, the more widespread snow into Minnesota, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see it in North Dakota too. You can see these scattered snow showers continuing overnight and into Friday morning. So the possibility is there as we work our way into and through your Friday of picking up snow everywhere in the valley here with this system. So snow showers, and we're not looking at, a foot of snow or anything like that necessarily right now, but, several inches possible. Add some wind to the mix, and we're looking at some issues with drifting, with visibility, especially as the snow is falling. So let's start off our wind gust planner here. Those numbers, those are your gusts that we're looking at starting at Thursday morning at 6:30. You can see already at that time we have the potential for some gusts in the 20s to 30 miles per hour. Moving on into the afternoon, this is getting close to the 4 o'clock hour. Some of us seeing gusts around 40. At this point, we may be seeing some snow coming down. So again, visibility reduced in those areas. And then by Friday morning, still gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour in the valley. And that carries on through the day. We'll have wind gusts around 30 to 35 miles per hour heading into Saturday morning. So the possibility is there that we'll continue to see some blowing and drifting snow even to start the day on Saturday. So wind and snow, we know that combo can be a tough one. One thing I want to talk about again here today is snowfall potential before we finish this playing out. Just want to mention that this is just one model scenario I'm showing you. We're not doing a forecast for numbers specifically just yet. It's a little too soon for that. But I want to give you an idea of the amount of snow that's possible and where models are hinting at we'll see our greater amounts. But everybody should be prepared for a couple of inches of snow with this system, and then the combo of that with some wind could lead to some tough travel here yet again. So let's pull this back up. This is through Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and you can see everywhere has a little bit of color on it, most everywhere. And anywhere where we have the more solid opaque light blue, we're looking at 1 to 2 inches of snow. And then there are these pockets of 2 to even 5 inches possible. Other models do bring in this purple area, that 5+, which you can see over the boundary waters in Minnesota. Some models do bring it a little farther west, so there's that possibility we could get a little higher amounts. But in general, we're looking at that some areas getting a dusting to an inch, a lot of places in that 1 to 2 inch range, and then some of us more than that, in that 2 to 5 potential right now. And again, this is probably going to be shifted, adjusted a little bit as we get closer into the end of the second half of the work week. It is only Tuesday after all, but I just wanted to show you what we're kind of seeing at the moment here and give you that first alert for snowfall amounts. And of course, fresh snow more easily lofted than the very melty snowpack we've got going on right now with all of the warm temperatures we've experienced recently. So let's take a look at our extended planner. Expect to see the potential for temperatures to be into the 30s coming up. And for today, we're in the 30s now. We cool down on Wednesday into more typical January temperatures, a high of 14 in Fargo. And then we see that surge of warmth initially on Thursday ahead of this system. And there's going to be some wind. We'll get the potential for wintry mix, but I think it'll switch to snow pretty quickly. And then looking at snow overnight and into Friday possible with wind as well. So blowing, drifting snow, and much colder temperatures heading into the weekend. We could have morning lows Saturday and Sunday that are below zero. And then heading into Monday and next week, big cool down here for the second half of the month of January. And I've been telling you about that for a while now, this second half of the month looking and feeling more like January. And we could even see colder air taking over from there. Some of our beyond the 11-day planner longer range models indicating some pretty chilly temperatures to end the month, that last week of the month. So that's something we'll be watching for. But right now we're looking at through the 23rd in our forecast for some cooler temperatures and that more January-like feel. So if you've been missing that, it's coming. If you've been enjoying the warmer weather, well, we've got today. It's going to be windy, but we've got today. And then Thursday, a brief warm-up before this system hits. I did see somebody ask about road conditions here. So on our chat on our Facebook Live page, I did just show them briefly, but I can actually pull them up on our website so we can get into a little more detail here really quick for you. I'm going to just pull that up for you really quick. Let's see here. We'll pull up our website. So this is our homepage. And of course, you could always access this yourself if you'd like to on your own time. But go to valleynewslive.com, click on the weather button, or you could do valleynewslive.com/weather. And then it's right here where we're seeing that selection of things you can choose. And road conditions is right there. So North Dakota, we're looking at, we'll click on North Dakota, and you can see this is some good news here because we're looking at areas of mainly darker blue, and what that means is more wet roads or scattered wet roads or maybe slush. I think it's more likely just wet roads in a lot of these areas. Temperatures are warm enough for that. As temperatures drop tonight, again, a reminder that if these roads are not treated or there's this patch here and there where we don't have treatments, that's where we're going to see freeze up. So keep that in mind too. And then there are a couple of places with this lighter blue color, and that is scattered frost or frost. And I was mentioning that a little bit ago, that there may be some frost on some of our roads, Carrington area, back over to places like Binford, and then back over toward Fessenden as well. And then one little pocket here along Highway 43 north of Bottineau, seeing some patchy frost on the road surface there as well. So that's North Dakota, and you can either go back to our website or you can just click right here and open up Minnesota road conditions. And not a lot of reports of issues on the roads. Looks like we have an alert here along Highway 89, probably wind related. Yes, station is reporting high winds in the area. So some wind speeds, average wind speed of almost 26 miles per hour there. So that's why those weather alerts are showing up. But road conditions, as far as that is concerned, I'll pull up our legend. We have some areas in blue, which means partially covered. And if you hover over like Highway 11 here, it says roadways partially covered with ice and slippery. And over Minnesota Highway 1, ice, slippery. And then the road that we have the wind impacting, same report back over toward Badette. It's a similar report. So again, if you're looking for this stuff, you can head right to our website and check that out. For road conditions. And I'm just going to our Facebook page and responding to, these questions that are popping up here. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to pop in and ask those on our Facebook Lives that we do here. So just a reminder again, today we are going to be doing a big temperature drop over the next 24 hours from really, really unusually mild conditions right now to the much colder air returning to normal, really, for January heading into Wednesday in our 11-day planner. And then we're watching for that clipper that's going to bring a couple of inches of snow, perhaps several inches of snow, plus wind Thursday, and especially it starts Thursday gradually. It'll start happening more to the afternoon. I can't rule out some precip in the morning, but more afternoon, evening hours, and then continuing on into Friday. And again, unfortunately, that's a big travel day, and the possibility is there for wind and snow combining to create whiteout conditions, that kind of stuff, with blowing, drifting across roadways as well. So I want to make sure we are cognizant of that and checking back with us as we head into that time frame. And then much colder after that. So the fresh snow that we get, winter lovers, this will be good news for you. Any snow that we pick up Thursday and Friday, going to hang around because we don't have temperatures rising above freezing like they are now, at least not any time in the near future. So some fresh snow coming our way. So that's a look at what's going on with the weather right now. We've got a beautiful view here this morning. Again, we'll take a look in West Fargo. You can see the sun shining, few clouds drifting through from time to time. Eventually clouds will be on the increase, if not already for some areas as the cold front moves through, but right now we're getting to enjoy that and some milder temperatures. It really is going to be the issue with the possibility for wind being a factor for us for today coming up for us. And that will kind of cut into the nicer weather that we've got going on here for today. So again, enjoy it while it lasts. So we've got some changes on the way in the forecast. We'll have another update coming up this afternoon on Valley News Now. And of course, you can watch our newscasts throughout the day and check the VNL Weather app for the latest forecasts and videos that we provide to give you updates on what we're looking at here as well. So lots of ways to stay informed, and I'll see you again here tomorrow morning around this time. Have a great day. This has been your weather update brought to you by 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota.
There's no such thing as a small disaster. So when you call 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota, we come prepared to restore your life back to normal. From burst pipes to unexpected mold discoveries or fire damage, when things couldn't be worse, we come to you with our best. With empathy, local expertise, and a truck full of seriously powerful equipment. 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE of North Dakota. Restoring what matters most. 701-670-2022.